everyone, welcome back to another Connecting Your Creativity. I'm Alex, and this week we'll be making ghost mason jar tea light candle holders. In order to make these candle holders, we are going to need a few items, including white tissue paper, black construction paper, a pencil, a pair of scissors, either Mod Podge or glue. In your case, it'll probably be glue. And it's optional, but you can have a sponge brush or just a regular dish sponge that you're no longer going to use. And it's also optional, but you can have twine to tie around the outer edge of your candle holder. All right, let's get started. All right, so let's begin. I'm going to take my mason jar, a sponge brush, and some Mod Podge. You can use glue instead of Mod Podge, or a sponge, or your hands for the sponge brush. And then we're going to take our tissue paper and we're going to kind of rip it into pieces that can wrap around more easily. So let's start by getting our mason jar prepped. I'm going to add the Mod Podge or glue directly onto the sponge brush, and I'm going to start brushing and dispersing the Mod Podge all the way down the jar. So up into the top of the neck, all the way down to the very bottom. And you want to make sure that it's coated really well, so that all of the paper sticks. You want to get all the nooks and crannies. Perfect. So now we're going to start placing our tissue paper, and I'm going to place it all the way up to the neck of the jar to get that area covered. And we're just going to smooth it out with our brush or our fingers. And you want to make sure the edges are laying flat, especially. Here's our first piece. And then we're going to continue adding pieces of paper. And smoothing it out. And we're going to continue until the entire jar is covered. Too big of a piece, that's okay, just pull it off, rip it. Perfect. And you might want to add a little bit more Mod Podge when you're getting to parts that kind of overlap, because you don't have that base glue on the jar anymore. coming along nicely. But I still have a few areas on top, as you can see, and on the sides that we still need to cover. Perfect. And now I'm just getting the ones along the bottom. And it doesn't have to be perfectly smooth. It kind of gives the ghost a little bit of detail and texture. All right, let's see what we have left. So we have a little spot right here, and we definitely have some down here and right here. We're just about there. And any pieces that you notice could just use an extra layer, go ahead and do that now. And there we have it. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our piece of black paper, and we are going to draw 2 eyes and a little O for the mouth. And we're going to take our scissors and go ahead and cut this out of our black construction paper. So we have 1 eye. Here's 2. And we have our tiny little mouth. And now we're going to prep our jar once again with more glue or Mod Podge or whatever you're using. You can also take tape if you wanted to. And then you're going to choose a side that you think looks best. So I'm really liking this side right here. So we're going to go with this. And we're just going to put our Mod Podge in a general area that we're going to be gluing on our eyes and our mouth. And then you're going to take one of your eyes and place it. You can hold it for a few seconds. Take the other eye and place that as well. And finally, we are going to take our little guy right here, get some Mod Podge on him, and stick him there. And finally, to seal it all in, another layer of glue or Mod Podge. And we're going to let that dry. But while doing so, and this step is totally optional for those of you who have it, you can go ahead and follow me. I have some twine here that I'm going to be wrapping around the base. I'm going to take some of my twine. I'm going to wrap it around a couple times. And then I'm going to tie it off to the side. Like so. Then I'm going to cut the excess off. I'm going to add on the top of the mason jar just the ring. And then you're going to take one of your tea lights, light it, and very, very carefully, going down the side, guide it down. And here we have our 2 mason jar tea lights. Alright everyone, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Thank you for participating, and I'll see you next week for another Connecting Your Creativity. Bye!